because it's just because of our industry. It's like, it's how old it is. So everybody is a little bit more old school with their thinking, which is part of the reason that we're struggling. I think we're just not, I don't know if it's
innovating or...
Yeah, well, we are in a lot of ways, but then when it comes to very like fundamental ideas of who opera singers should be, I think that is where we kind of, it's much more common to find an opera singer who doesn't really have opinions or share them, or is very quiet about political issues or socioeconomic issues. I think in historically speaking, that's certainly not been the case. I mean, like Jessie Norman, was a huge activist, and she's very inspiring to me. It's particularly difficult in opera because we all want to seem like we're the best, most wonderful colleague to work with. A lot of it has to do with just being agreeable and silent and kind of like, yes, sir, no, sir. A lot of those singers end up being very, very successful. And so I think like, it's a little bit, if you can stride the line, I think that's a good thing. And there are a lot of singers out there that will. Wallace Junta is a really good person for that. But there are lots of others. I think, you just have to, not taking a stand, I think, is just as damaging as taking a stand career-wise now. I think, if opera really is serious about this idea of, I want to be the progressive art form that does right by our communities and is, diverse and represents all that opera has to offer as far as singers goes, then that's great. But I think it's like, we'll see if that actually matches up with their actions. Because it's like right now, we're getting a lot of news like, oh, there's a new person that's been hired as the music director for this. And it's like, oh, that's great. But, 9 times out of 10, still it's a cisgender white person in that role, in that leadership role. And it's like, I don't even mind that if your board is very diverse. Yeah. But that's just not typically the case.
Yeah. A diverse board will hire like a diverse
absolutely
conductor or diverse music and everything.
The money has to be, it's like you're, and I feel for a lot of these companies as well, because I think they're beholden to their donors. The Met, certainly, it's like, I do think the leadership is not good, but at the same time, I think a lot of the reasons that they've had to do the things that they've done is because they have that hanging over them. This idea that all the money could just go away if you don't, sort of keep the status quo happening. And, it's just, it doesn't help anyone. It hurts the whole business. It makes us all look more removed from reality and not connected to what's happening in the real world. And, I think that is very, very dangerous for like the future of opera. Like, we have to think more forward if we're going to survive.